Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Battlefield 3 multiplayer on the GeForce GTX 1050, 2GB for FPS monitoring. I'll be using CAM. If you want to download this software, there's a link down in the description, and if you want to purchase any of the parts featured in this build and support the channel, there are Amazon affiliate links down in the description too. So Battlefield 3 multiplayer, I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip any of those sections of the video, check the description below. First, on 1080p, I'll be using the maximum settings, and you'll see that I'm pretty much over 60 frames per second, no problem. Then I'll just crank up the MSAA to 4 times. There I will notice that it will drop below 60 frames per second a little bit. You can skip to all of that down in the description, there are timestamps there. Then I switched to 1440p, trying to get 60 frames per second, and it's quite easy to do so, just turning off MSAA, anti-aliasing post and motion blur, and you're pretty much over 60 frames per second, no problem, the GPU can handle it just fine. And finally at 4K, I'll be just doing 2 configurations. So the first one will be pretty much the lowest setting, textures on ultra, then I'll just crank up the settings to the maximum, excepting anti-aliasing and motion blur, and you'll see that I'm over 30 frames per second. Sometimes when you're on a tank, and there's a lot of smoke while you're in the gunner seat, you might see some drops below 30 frames per second. To fix that, just lower effects to medium and you'll be fine. You'll also see on the bottom left corner of the video that there's a graph. That's something that can be enabled from a console command on this game. That should give you an idea when a stutter happens. When you'll see that the graph spikes, that means that the frame time is quite variable. Frame times are the time that a frame stays on screen before going to the next one. Imagine that the first frame stays on screen 13.3 milliseconds, and then the next frame stays on screen 53.3 milliseconds. You'll see a stutter there, since a frame will stay a very short time on screen and the next one will stay much longer. That shouldn't be the case. It should be a consistent frame time. This should give you an idea if the game is stuttering or not, just by looking at the graph. The frame rate could be fine on the FPS counter, but the frame time is a totally different universe from that, since you can have an idea on how consistent the game is. That's why I added that on the bottom left corner of the video. In this game it's pretty accurate, since it's from the engine itself. But yeah, overall I recommend 1440p or 1080p if you want to play this game on multiplayer, since the controls are much more responsive at 60 frames per second and up. So I just got into a server and started playing as I got into big maps, all that kind of stuff. I tried to do big maps on Conquest Large or Rush, since those had 64 players plus a lot of explosions, vehicles, all that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry about the gameplay, I'm not good at this game. I don't usually have a lot of time to play multiplayer stuff. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Engaging! Hey, grab the threat kit!
Soldier spotted.